get a little volume? Yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I am Penn.
I am Pops.
What it do, y'all? What it does? What up? It is May. Hey, first of all, the fact that I'm talking about that it is May right now is just effing me all up. It's May. I swear, the older you get,
faster it goes.
Faster it freaking goes. Brittany said it was like toilet paper roll.
What?
Brittany compared life to the toilet paper roll. The faster, the closer it gets to the end, the faster it goes. That's what she said. She said it spins faster.
I'm gonna have to think on that concept a little bit.
That's your sister, my dog. I looked at her the same way, like
because I don't think the speed changes.
It does.
Gets less.
It does.
Well, because there's not as much weight on it.
Exactly. It's hard to grab it at first. Like it's really hard, but as it gets towards the end, it just be spinning.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, I get it now.
Nice analogy. Shout out. It is May 8th, 2025. It is Thursday. My Tuesdays and Wednesdays are absolutely crazy right this moment. So we're recording on Thursdays, dropping on Saturdays, and it's actually working out.
That's not bad.
We've had more listeners and more views dropping on a Saturday morning than we did on a Friday because so many people drop their stuff on Friday mornings.
Yeah.
So it works. And I feel fresh. I took a 2-hour nap today. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus.
That's nice.
Episode 69. I don't. Episode 69. Help me out. How do they... You'd be the...
I don't know.
Anyway. It's all downhill from here. I don't know why you named... Oh, because sports are...
Winding down.
Oh, that's nice. It's all downhill from here. Like skiing or slalom even. That's what's up. Show drops Saturday morning. There will be another Pacers game in between. There'll be some other basketball games in between. So all the stuff we're talking about is based on right now. Mike checks, my ninja. What it does.
Allergies suck.
Oh, my dude. Yo. I think that I need you to put up the picture of your eyes so people understand right here, somewhere in this divinity.
Yeah.
I need you to put that picture up, which you sent to me and our mother the other day. This homie had to stay home from work, like, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, it was bad.
That was some whole other shit. It
happened when we were at the reunion too, but it didn't last as long. So I don't know.
With the fam?
Yeah. So like my eyes are bloodshot then, but not as bad as they were on that Monday.
Found some weed on the floor.
All right.
Go ahead. I will smoke it.
It's been bad. I had to go to the eye doctor. Why I went years ago, I had a reaction to my contacts where it made my cornea swell up, so I had blurred vision. So I started getting blurred vision because of my allergies, and I got concerned that I was going through that again. It wasn't that. It's just literally allergies. I just got dry eye and all of that stuff, so I got put on a steroid for 3 weeks, a different allergy eye drop for 3 weeks. And
so you're taking all that right now?
I have all of that right now. This is the first time I've worn my contacts in 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes.
His eyes, like, wait till y'all see this picture, dog. This shit's crazy.
Besides that, nothing really else, I don't think, to report.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay. That's a fair report.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know, my car got blasted a couple weeks ago. We got our car back on Saturday. Almost took my door off right outside my house. We're good. We're healthy. That's fine. More clients than ever. Busy as shaboogie, y'all. Busy as shaboogie. But that's okay. Good busy. Everything I've asked for, so you can't complain. Show me some Mary. What it be, dog? You did a very good job with this. We killed this episode together, but your concept on what we should talk about, very, very well done. Very well done.
Yeah, we're just going to do, we're going to talk about the Colts, what they did in the draft. That's going to be the second part of the show. So we're not going to have an around the world this time around.
Too much sports.
We're not really doing a complete... what is our Naptown news? We're not doing that completely yet because they're still early in Colts and this.
Ain't much to talk about.
But we are going to talk about each pick and go through all 7 picks of the round. And then to start the show, we're going to just, where the round the world usually is, we're going to do an NBA playoffs deep dive, see what we're thinking, what might happen. There's been a lot of parity in the NBA, so I figured we'd want to talk about that.
Absolutely right. So, and to touch on your basis of no Naptown news, we will still talk about the Pacers, we will still talk about the Colts, we will still talk about the Fever.
Yes.
It's just
passively in a different order.
Exactly, Mundo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
through the relative sport that they play.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. The good. Interstate 465. For all of you Indianapolis people, and I'll just say Indiana people, but Indianapolis people who drive this all the time, they are finally changing the speed limit from 55 to 65. Welcome to 2025, people.
Well, no one actually went 55.
75.
Like
75.
But Indianapolis has so many damn unmarked cars.
Bro.
Like police cars.
Bro.
Like, now, that's my thing. Like, do you think they'll have more or less? To start, they're probably going to have some more unmarked cars out there.
Oh,
right?
Tickets will be given.
Absolutely.
Tickets will be given because now cats will be going
10 miles per hour. Like,
cats will be going 80 now, and I'm here for it. But like, welcome to the new century or whatever the hell it would be, the turn of the century.
Like, come on.
Like 55 miles per hour on a loop? Like, what are we talking about? So big ups to y'all. I can't lie. I've driven way faster than 55 for
every time.
I've never driven 55 miles per hour in that loop. Coming into Naptown, nervous as hell because it goes from 70 to 55
real quick.
So once you get off 70, get on to 465, you're like, oh shit, I've just been going 80 miles per hour. Now I got to go to 62.
Yeah.
Nah, mad tickets. So thank you. Big ups to y'all. The bad Porzingis is how I name this. Kristaps never plays, man. He's the new Kawhi Leonard. He missed almost 100 regular season games since he's been with the Celtics. He missed damn near all the playoffs last season. He missed 8.
I don't even know that he's the new. He was injured before Kawhi even came out.
Okay, well there you have it. He is equally synonymous with Kawhi Leonard. There you have it.
You think about New York being drafted and he was injured there.
Oh, he been hurt since hurt.
Yeah,
didn't he play in Dallas too?
He went to play with.
He was hurt.
They were like, "Oh, it'll be the takeover for Dirk." He played there 2 seasons. He was hurt both seasons. Like, yeah,
tall, lanky people got that Wimby stuff going on.
Legs and feet,
bro.
Legs and feet.
But interestingly enough, this is not either legs or feet. He missed 8 consecutive games. That was a nice segue. In February and March for an upper respiratory illness. He stated that his current issue is tied to the previous things that pursued then. He's ill during this year's playoffs, like I was just saying. They're saying that it's an illness and they can't figure out what it is. And quite truthfully, bro, I'm nervous. Like, that's not cool.
I'm a lung person.
Amen, bro.
I've got bad lungs.
Bro.
Figure that out.
And it's not COVID.
Take your time.
Bro.
Take your time.
Don't play with that. That shit will kill you.
Yeah, that ain't no ruptured Achilles. That's you can't breathe.
See, you can't be doing that stuff. Every time he talks about a ruptured Achilles, my damn Achilles is literally starts to ache. You got to stop doing that. There's a bunch of other injuries. Talk about an ACL or something next time, bro. That's horrible. And in the ugly, speaking of uglies, Byron Scott lawsuit. You hear about this?
Yeah, a little bit.
Byron Scott is being sued for a 1987 sexual assault and false imprisonment when he was 26 years old and the alleged victim was 15. For those who don't know who Byron Scott is, all you young heads, like, who the fuck is Byron Scott? And people who watch our show and have no idea about sports but just think we're dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Byron Scott played for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Lakers.
During their Showtime era.
Yep.
He played for the Pacers as well, didn't he? Did he play for the Pacers?
Shit, I don't even remember.
No, he didn't. He played for the Lakers. I thought he played for the Pacers, but he did not. That was not him. Byron Scott played for the Lakers. That is who he's known for playing for. During the Showtime era with the Magics and all of them, he was actually a nice piece on the squad, to be honest with you.
He's a 3-time NBA champion.
You know what I'm talking about? He was a very nice piece on that squad. But he is being sued for sexual assault. It took place in a janitor's closet at the young ladies' high school when the Lakers visited one day in the aforementioned.
He did play for this,
right?
Pacers
Right.
And Vancouver Grizzlies.
There you go. In the aforementioned year of 1987, he doesn't deny the claim happened, but he stated he thought that she was of legal age, which makes me question what makes you think that a girl at the high school you were visiting was of legal age.
How many years you get held back?
How many
girl?
sophomores do you know who are of legal age, Byron? You hit the button. You go. I thought you were gonna hit a button on. I thought that was a womp. Yeah.
I don't even like that his name's Byron. Like, it makes me feel
Why,
weird.
Pops?
Makes me feel weird.
It's his dad's name.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So I don't know very many sophomores in high school who are 18 years old, but I don't know, man. That's gross. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why now?
Why now? What?
Why now does this getting reported?
I've never been sexually assaulted, but I imagine that it takes time for a person to be ready. Who knows what that young lady is going through? Who knows? Like, she may know somebody who got sexual assaulted. It was like, you know what? I got to speak out, because that is like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But how many people came out and talked about Bill Cosby later in life? How many people came and
and I think you're seeing, I mean, you think about all of the people you're seeing.
The Me Too movement.
Well, not even just the Me Too movement, because that's dying off thanks to.
I was just saying how many people came out and said their piece later during that. But think
about, like, in sports media, how many people are getting in trouble for things that they're doing sexual assault wise. So like that's got to be a thing. Like, you know what? Maybe I should say something because this happened to me too.
What's
like
going on?
Justin Tuckers, the Watson, like all that stuff. Tucker, like
keep your hands to yourself, man. Yeah. I don't know why, like, every 3 episodes.
Have an episode where we were talking about keep your dick in your drawers?
I was just about to say. Keep your dick in your pants. I don't know why every 3 episodes I feel like we're talking about somebody's
like, why are we talking about somebody's penis and like showing it to people that don't want to see it? Like, that's just should not be a thing.
Stop doing that. Keep your dick in your pants.
We don't even have athletes, and atrocities on, and we talk about Byron Scott's penis and hold people captive and shit. Like, come on, this is ridiculous. Literally, literally ridiculous.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Keep your dick
in your pants. Unless it is asked to take out of your pants, keep your dick in your pants, man.
That's just not something you test. Like,
I'm gonna pull my dick out and see what she says.
I'm just gonna throw it out.
No,
see what she said.
Louis C.K. You do whatever you will. No. Like, that's not cool. That just needs to be a conversation.
No.
Safe word.
No, because I'll be honest with you.
Please do.
Let me be honest.
This could go a lot of places. I am so. Let me like this
already. Let's hold on. The dick's not the most attractive thing in the world. Let's just be honest.
Not cute.
They're not cute.
They're not cute. Especially a flaccid dick.
Yeah.
They're not cute.
Like, it's just not a thing.
They're not cute.
So unless the girl's ready to accept
asking
that.
You, like, asking you.
I think yours would be kind of attractive.
I want to see your dick.
Like, I want to see if I like it.
For sure.
Yeah. Hook, draw, slant. Like, I got to see what you're working with.
Angle, bendy, for sure.
And until you get that clear, don't just whip it out.
Do not whip it out.
Do not whip it. Don't do it.
We are wilding right now.
Don't do it.
Perfect segue to shout outs.
Is it though? Is it though? I apologize, Mark.
You know who we are, T.
I apologize. I love you. Shout out to the Tinklenberg family. Callie, our little girl, our soldier, she's going to have another big surgery on Monday. So Mark will be off, of course, the full week next week, trying to figure out what's going on with the family. So we are thinking about him doing that one. Let's see. I text him. Okay, so they are doing work on the front of the skull. They will be doing an operation to once again give her brain more room, but also help give more a natural appearance in the bones above her eyes,
which will take care of some of that. Yeah.
For sure. So, thinking about you, Callie, I can't believe you've had as many procedures that you've had, and you still just laughing and
smiling
giggling and walking now, which is crazy.
Callie strong, baby.
So Callie strong. We're thinking about you and the Tinklenberg family. Let us know if you need anything, meals next week, whatever that is. You know we'll show up. But love you. That was a weird segue, but we love you.
Hey, man.
Little break.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Keep your dick in your pants.
We will be back right after this. 317 Sports Project.
Just wasn't a way to not.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Early.
I needed that though.
A little early.
It was early.
Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project. We are presented by Pinnacle Professional Coaching. Are you feeling stuck? Are you at a fork in the road and you just can't pick a direction? Reach out to Pinnacle Pro Coaching. We specialize in transitions, mindfulness, and self-love. Schedule a 45-minute consultation and start to unlock your full potential today.
Y'all see how clear he reads this now? He don't want that smoke. He don't see. He's super locked in when he reads that shit now. Dog.
I almost forgot though.
He be so precise.
Looking at that.
NBA, NFL.
I have NFL draft on here.
NFL drafts.
NFL draft.
That is not what we're talking about.
NBA playoff update. Let's talk round one.
Let's get it.
Cavs and Heat.
Hated it.
Hated it. I have not much to say about this. Cavs.
Oh, you really do?
Yeah. Cavs blew the Heat out. I was surprised Heat didn't put up a little bit more fight, at least within the game. Like, they were getting blown out. So it'll be interesting to see what the Heat turn into.
It's just about to ask.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't
next?
know.
Nope.
Like,
and there's no clear-cut answer.
Honestly, you just got Wiggins, so you're not moving him. But Bam might be on the move in the offseason.
How would KD look in Miami?
Depends on who they keep.
He's that cat that'll stay in the house and not be on the club scene.
Obviously, you have Tyler. Tyler was a little up and down in the playoffs. He had some really good games, and then he had some no-shows. Duncan Robinson has too big of a contract for what he does. What he doesn't do. I like what's due with the long hair. I
don't know anybody on their squad no more, dog. I don't pay attention to the Heat at all.
Shit,
and you don't know names.
He almost looks like Puka Nacua when he came out with this long hair.
Nope, don't even know who Puka Nacua is.
I like him. I promise he's good, even though I can't think of his name.
For sure.
They have some like young pieces, but yeah, they need a couple vets. I would say, but contractually, you got to probably move a Bam to go get some people.
Bam's probably ready for a change,
and he's ready for a change. He's been there. He's been here his whole career, right?
His whole career.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Here's what I say is don't fire Spoelstra. I don't like Spoelstra's there. Like don't.
Spoelstra's Mike Tomlin of the NBA.
And unless. Pat ain't going nowhere. Pat's just dug in because I think we talked about this. I think it'll go. Spoelstra will take over for Pat. Like a Chris Quinn would take over for Spoelstra.
Pat Riley is going to die on the sidelines.
Correct.
I just want dead ass.
Yeah.
He's going to.
How much hair gel do you think he uses
now?
Like he goes through. Not as much.
Not as much.
Yeah, but it's still slicked back.
Oh, it's slick.
He has.
Just imagine how much he's went through since Byron Scott was sexually assaulting women.
1987. Yeah, that's crazy.
See what I did there?
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
More dicks. Pacers Bucks.
Oh, buddy.
Pacers take the series 4-1.
Y'all didn't see that coming, did you?
Yeah. Handled their business at home. I think the biggest thing here, Bucks really have to think about, like, why'd y'all rush Lillard back? That's my main question.
Because they can't beat the Pacers and they know it.
I hate the rushing back, and whether it's coming from the player or coming from the coach. If you're the trainers. If a calf strain usually takes this amount of time, just because the playoffs are starting, it shouldn't go, well, let's make it only 1 week instead.
And what I need you to understand, human beings out there, if you start to feel pain in your heel, or if you strain your calf, what your body is telling you is you are about 4 to 6 weeks away from rupturing your fucking Achilles if you don't stop everything that you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, and it's usually, again, when you have an ache, you have that. It's usually something above or below.
And the congregation said, it's never where it hurts, people.
It's never where it hurts. If you got pain in your knee, it might be your hip.
My shoulder hurts. Yeah. Check your bicep. Yeah. Just being real. Just being real.
To go Cat, which is why we go when KD, what did he have before he ruptured his
calf strain?
Calf strain. Because the tendons are overcompensating for the work after the calf has been injured.
You sound like a freaking... look at you. Look at you.
I'm around a lot of people that do stuff like that.
He pays attention.
I pay attention.
He pays attention.
My wife be telling me, I'm like, my tendon in my left knee hurts. She goes, your hips are usually pretty tight because remember your lower back is usually really hurt too. So now the overcompensation, we need to work out your hips.
And the congregation said,
so
amen.
Do the foam roller, get on that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Shouts to Christine Ray.
Yeah.
Genius.
Be red lighting and all that kind of stuff.
So important.
All that stuff.
You better rest your ass up.
So Pacers took care of business. Halliburton's dad acted a little fool.
I'm like low key torn on this, and not even because it's Halliburton's dad, because I like that shit. Like, I think it went a little bit overboard, but like
I don't think any fan should be going onto the court.
You don't think any fan should be going onto the court? Okay, that's a fair statement.
Yeah, I don't think a fan should be going onto the court and getting into a player's face because he was in his face. That's my thing.
I don't know that he started in his face, though. I think they kind of just ended up in each other. I don't think that he walked on the court and like intentionally walked over to Giannis like nay boo boo. That's a big nigga. I think he was just talking his shit and they ended up like kind of confrontational. But like, wasn't the series over?
That was to win the series.
Yeah, like I think after a series is over and the celebration is going on, like do parents and family not come on the court? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like just
not anymore.
Okay,
because of
the Detroit and them fuck it up.
Correct. That's the thing. That kind of changed the rushing of the court. This now it's pretty low key and it's just like media and those guys. Like, I remember, Giannis was it, like, when they won the championship, he was like, my mom asked because she wasn't sure if she was supposed to, like, come out, like, and I had to go grab her and do so. Like, there's usually, he was the only one.
Like, I feel like KD's mama would go on the court. I feel like Ja Morant's dad would go on the court.
You don't see it.
Okay.
You don't see it.
Okay.
So that's my thing is, like, I don't.
He got caught in the moment.
He got caught in the moment. And he owned up to it.
Okay.
He owned up to it. I shouldn't have done it. I got caught up in the moment.
Ty wasn't happy.
No.
Ty was not happy.
No.
He said it. Ty said it with his whole chest. Not cool, Pops.
No, that's not cool. Yeah. So, like, that's my thing about it.
But I also don't know what the conversation was either.
Now, here's what I will say.
Well, I don't know what the conversation was.
Once Halliburton's dad's back on the sidelines and Giannis went over there to talk to him, Giannis also shouldn't have gone over there and talked to him the way that he talked to and, like, got into his face and put his forehead on his forehead. That's not cool.
Just saying.
And then you're so riled up that you went over to talk to Mathurin after you gave each other some kind of injuries throughout the season. He need Mathurin in the stomach.
Oh,
which
he
is why
definitely
missed
needed him in the stomach.
Vice versa. He had, I forget what he did to Giannis the game before that. He grabbed the back of his head and cradled it like he was 2 years old and wouldn't let go. Mathurin was trying to push away.
Like, get off me! I'm a grown ass man, nigga. Fuck each other, little. Don't be trying to because Ben Math is not for the bullshit.
No,
I think he can fight for real.
Oh yeah,
I think Ben Math can fight. Like, he's not for the bullshit.
No.
He's like a old school, new school nigga for sure.
Either way, we own the Bucks.
Like that's what I'm saying, bro. We own.
We own the Bucks.
Like you like. It's not even a rivalry. Like, you can't.
Here's
like,
when you know,
asses.
and it's not even that we do that,
and they know
it's that we're so much in their head that they make mistakes, like getting too angry, getting technicals, get ejected. We are so much in their heads that we'll just play our game, and they'll get riled up and make a mistake.
We own them.
Yeah,
we literally
we're
own
in your
them.
psyche.
We
your
literally
whole psyche.
own them.
Knicks Pistons. This is the series I didn't really watch much.
I wasn't in. I mean, I didn't watch much, but I
watched that first game at Yogi's when we were at the draft.
I paid attention and watched those games down the stretch because they were close. Like, they were good
All
games.
Other games.
They were good games.
I think what we
I like Detroit.
Like what we said going into the playoffs when we were talking about who's ready, not ready.
Fair.
And we were like, who do we want the Pacers to match up with?
Fair. I didn't want nothing to do with Detroit.
I didn't want something to do that one, but I did say this: they're not quite there.
No.
They're Houston.
Houston, exactly.
Right,
verbatim.
They're
Houston.
They're right there though. In 2 years, Pistons going to be a team that I don't want to.
The East is about to shift.
Oh man,
dramatically.
Yeah,
the top of the East is about to start shifting dramatically. So pay attention in the next 3 to 5 years. It'll be way different.
Yeah. So Knicks Pistons. Knicks won that one
straight up.
Yeah, 4-2.
4-2.
The fact that Pistons got to, it really probably could have gotten 3 out of that. Should have
stole one. Should have stole one in New York early for sure.
Now this one, Celtics Magic.
Didn't watch a single game.
Not a single game.
Didn't watch a single. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck about either one of the teams.
I don't care about the Celtics.
I do not like the Celtics.
And Orlando is so bad offensively.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
See, I would never.
They were the
know.
lowest scoring team in the NBA this year.
Oh, there you have it.
They're like the lowest in 3-point percentage. They don't have any 3-point shooters.
Paolo can't shoot that thing?
No. Defensively,
no.
Defensively, best in the NBA.
So that's how you end up 40 and 42 or 40,
right.
whatever the record was.
But they were holding the Celtics to 89 points, 90 points. Like it was 90s basketball.
Now, though, and we'll talk about this moving on when we move to the next series, the Celtics are still scoring 90 points per game. They're not playing great. We'll talk about this in a minute. They're not playing great basketball though. So 4-1, good for you. They got out of there anyway.
Yeah, Magic.
Yep.
Magic need a lot. They need a lot. They need to make a move. I don't know what that is.
They were right there with the Pacers. Like last year, they were battling. Like they were I don't know what happened.
The one thing this year they had. Somebody was injured.
Franz
Wagner was hurt.
That's true.
KCP was hurt at one point.
That's true.
They had so many injuries.
They got KCP?
Yeah.
They got Contavious?
Yeah. Here's their three.
Oh, that's a nice piece.
Yeah.
He's a nice piece.
He just had a down shooting year too, though.
No, did
like he's their best 3-point shooter, and that's not what he's really known for.
That's not it for sure. That's not it.
Clutch.
He can hoop.
Shots in the moment.
Yeah, he can hoop.
Absolutely.
For sure, he can hoop.
West, Thunder Grizzlies.
Sweep City.
Yeah,
Memphis is trash. Oklahoma's the real deal. John Morant doesn't seem to be a player to lead his teams in the NBA Finals to me. I think he's immature. What made you nervous? What happened?
Nothing.
What happened?
Nothing, man.
What happened?
Nothing.
Were you going to say something?
No, we good.
I'm so confused. You're
fine.
like, something happened.
No, we're
Did you
fine.
fart? Like, what the fuck?
Nothing happened. No, we're good.
Why do you think that they just seem to not give a fuck, Memphis? Like what is it with them?
I don't know. I don't buy in. Who just got their extension? Who's their coach now?
Mm-mm.
Either way, I'm not a fan of him.
Okay.
And that's probably why I don't have him in my head coach. Nope. Memphis football.
I was like, I have no idea who the hell that dude is.
That ain't him. I was like, do they wear those headsets on the sidelines now? No wonder I don't like him.
Who?
Tumis? That can't be right. That's not his name.
That AI overview be lying sometimes. I just need you to know that.
No, yeah, that's him. Tuamas? Lusalulu? Sounds like Swahili. That's not the man's name.
That's not right.
Thomas, how the hell do you... Anybody. I know on this thing, we don't do names very well.
But that's crazy everywhere.
Nope. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But he was their interim, and then now he's
They
their
extended
head coach.
him.
They extended him.
Yeah, what's going on in Memphis? Because I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Long story short, I don't trust it in Memphis.
I'm
not bought in. I don't trust Desmond Bain anymore.
No, in his weird, bulky, short arms, looking like T-Rex out there.
I just don't trust it. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I've never seen that man in my entire life. Nuggets Clippers 4-3. 7-game series, and it went down to the last game. Denver showed up and showed their championship grit. Took Game 7 by 20, and I believe, I think it was 20, and it sent the Clippers home in the first round again. James Harden played mad shitty in Game 7. 8 shots total and had 7 points. What the hell is going on in Cliptown, bro? They played well down the stretch. They did. They really did.
They played really well.
They had so much
Kawhi
potential.
actually looked great.
He did. Healthy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Harden's trash.
This is a very, I won't say anti-James Harden podcast show, but this is a very not pro James Harden podcast show.
Again,
we're not a Harden.
I don't even want to say I respect for what he did before, because I don't. But he could score.
He can score.
He can manipulate the game like Shai is now.
You don't like that. You just see he doesn't like that. I don't like that either.
No, I don't. But you've been trashed the last few seasons.
In the playoffs.
Moments.
In the playoffs.
You have flashes of there he is and this, but the fall off is large for what he was to what it is now, and the inconsistency of what he can do.
You think so?
I do.
He played very well during the regular season.
What were his stuff?
He balled out during the regular season. He probably averaged 25 and 7.
22 and 8.
What did he average in previous years?
He averaged 16 last year, 21 the year before, 21 the year before, 22, 24, 24, 34, 36, 30.
But he was shooting a lot. That's Houston for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
Rockets
he was
them.
he was throwing that thing up. Okay, so he's in probably a average 25 per game. He averaged 22 and 8 this year. Like,
so yeah, he had what? May 1st, he had 28 in that game. But then 11.
Okay.
Then 15. Then 20. Then 18.
Okay.
Then he had 32.
Okay. That's
April.
up and down.
Yeah, it's just very...
You're not wrong. That's up and down. That's up
He
and
went
down.
on a stretch where he was scoring like close to 30, but like it was very this.
He called that. He said he got that roller coaster
He
game.
got that roller coaster game.
All right.
It's just not as consistent as it used to be.
We're very not pro.
And I just don't
James
like him.
Harden there. Thank you.
Like,
that part.
yeah.
That
Because
part.
people are like, no, he's a... I promise you, most of this is just because I hate his guts and I just don't like the human.
Why do you dislike the human?
And he just has a punchable face.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, and I bet his beard smells.
Like he don't wash underneath it.
Yeah.
He washes everything but the underneath part.
Like a bird would fly out if you... Yeah. It just looks like it stinks.
Lakers
like
and
chicken
Timberwolves, 4-1. This sure as fuzz did not go as we all expected, people.
No. But again, here's the thing. And I talked about this with Tink, and he would probably come on here if he could and say it as a Lakers fan. The glaring hole that was what they needed, even after the trade, before the trade, was they need size. So getting rid of AD and getting Luka for future to have the star is great. That's fine. But you traded defense for all and no defense, right? Lack of great offense, but just like Luka just don't play defense. Period. Won't happen. It shouldn't. It won't. He ain't gonna get into shape, but he can score and he's a star. Lakers need the next star. Fine. The trade with Charlotte doesn't go through with what big man?
Mark Williams, whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is. So that doesn't go through. So you have
Which would have been great.
Would have been great.
They would have been fire.
Completely fire.
That would have been it.
You have no size. So going against Rudy Gobert, who you allowed to score 27 points and have 24 rebounds in one of those games.
That part.
That shows you how bad it is because he's not great offensively.
That part.
So if you're allowing that man to get that tells you that that's the glaring hole.
They were way better before they let AD go. JJ Redick had them fucking balling out. They were about to be a 2 seed. They probably would have won 57 to 60 games, and I say that wholeheartedly. They were rolling before they made that trade.
And again,
and they looked good. They
I
really
get it.
did.
You get that call, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll ship Luka to you," and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Say that again.
Hold on,
Anthony.
Yeah,
Anthony.
Like you just gonna have to understand.
We need to talk to you, buddy.
Yeah,
It's not a you thing. It's a us thing. We can't say no. Anthony.
Yeah,
Straight up.
I get it.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
9 times out of 10, anybody as a GM is gonna make that trade.
You got to do it.
But when it gets to the playoffs and defense matters and rebounding matters,
Jersey sells alone. You got to do it.
This makes sense. That was you did not want to end up playing Minnesota at that point.
Yep.
Like Golden State would have been a better matchup,
Facts.
but that's just not how it ended up. So
Facts.
that is what it is.
So none of that was in these notes. We just freestyled that whole entire segment. JJ Redick did a great job this year. First year head coach, 50 wins, number 3 seed in the West. Not in the playoffs. You could tell that the playoff coaching is a lot different. But, to get those boys to 50 wins, and I think he's changing some of that shit in the locker room. He has no problem getting in people's faces, yelling at players, holding people accountable, flat out saying we need to get in championship shape. I got to give him, he did way better his first year than Steve Nash did. You know what I'm saying? Like big ups. Well done, JJ. Rockets and Warriors, 4-3.
Come out and play.
Yay. Buddy Hield went crazy in Game 7 to help handle those Rockets. Shout out to Buddy Hield, a former Indiana Pacer for a long time. We got mad love for you. Hello, wifey. Birdie Dawn just came home. Shout out to Boo Boo. The Rockets are on their way, like we were just talking about with Detroit. But this is going to take a second.
Jalen Green had a tough series.
He did. Playoff basketball is different.
It is different. That you can, again, you just tell how young the team is, all that. Like he was not ready for the spotlight.
Facts.
That's fine.
That's totally fine.
He'll take that. He'll
to
learn
this
from
summer,
it,
absolutely.
He'll go get it. He'll get it next season.
Golden State is battle tested, ready for the moment, been through it all. Jimmy's a closer. Steph is a closer. I was surprised that it went 7, quite truthfully. And I also refuse to cheer for any team that Dillon Brooks is on.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I hate him. I hate him more than you hate James Harden.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I can't stand, like, talk about a punchable face. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot stand Dillon Brooks.
Yeah,
So
braids don't look great.
they really don't. Question of the day. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Who wins a future championship first, the Lakers or the Clippers?
Lakers. Clippers. I refuse to give the Clippers any kind of grace. You guys have been on the precipice.
Since the Blake Griffin era.
The precipice of greatness for this long.
They refuse to be great.
You refuse to just jump over the line. Like, just like,
Go be great.
Like, here's all of the tools.
Go be great.
Here's people going like, you know what? I think it's time for the Clippers to do something. Everybody is okay if it happens for you.
Y'all about to get your own stadium.
Just
like,
do something.
be great.
Like, go be great. And you refuse to do it. You're like, maybe next year.
We'll give you 57 wins. We're going to lose in the first round.
We're going to go on a win streak towards the end of the season because everyone's healthy, and then we going to suck. Like, it's like, you can't do that.
All right. That's a fair.
So I'm going to go with the Lakers.
That's fair. Do you want to move on or you take a break or do you want to just go right into the conference semifinals?
No, just go into it.
We're going to go right into it. So, what we are in now is the conference semifinals. In the East, we have the Cavs versus the Pacers. Our Pacers are up 2-0, bro.
They are.
I don't want to gas it up. I don't want to get too excited. You know, you just got to just act like you've been there before. But those 2 wins were not at home. Those 2 wins were on the fucking road.
Correct.
Which means we're coming back to the crib tomorrow.
Yeah. And it is vital that you win one of the 2.
You got to go up 3-1.
You have to go
if
up
they
3-1.
tie this series, we lose 4-3.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah. Have to win one in Indy. I think we're going to have I mean, it's going to be close. Both games are going to be close. Don't go get blown out at home or anything like that. Don't do that. That's stupid. That's just dumb. Don't do all that work in Cleveland and then come home and be like, hey,
lose by 23.
Yeah, like, don't do that. I think what is great for the second game is we take the first game pretty handily. Like we
Oh no, we won that game.
We won that.
Yeah, we won that game. Don't get it confused.
What I loved seeing and what I would have been okay with, and I was talking to Byron, not Scott, my father.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Yeah, I was talking to my father. And I was talking to him about it. I would have been okay with a loss in that moment because what you did was battle back when really you could have done the Nuggets and gone,
Let's lose by 43.
let's lose by 43.
True story.
The bench came out, and really, Ben Mathurin came out and said, let me go get you guys 9 points real quick, and let's just see what happens. And then what that happened is the snowball effect. Everyone's like, okay, now it's 12 points. Now it's, okay, back to 15. Now it's 9, back to 10. Like, then you start playing the game where you're like, okay, all of a sudden, it's a 10-point game with still 8 minutes left.
Let's get it to let's get it to 5 with 5.
Yeah, like it just, I would have been okay with a tough loss there when you like, hey, you come back and do that, because what I thought was going to happen did happen. Cavs came out in the first quarter and punched quick,
fast.
We didn't have a run. We didn't have a run until the end of the game.
Facts.
In a game of runs, Cleveland ran for 3 quarters. They Forrest Gumped the hell out of that.
This nigga stupid.
They just kept running. And finally, we were like, okay, we will run too.
They was jogging. We was jogging.
Yeah, they started
far
jogging.
behind.
Yeah. It's like,
we got to sprint.
consistency's key. Like, you got tired. You blew your load real early. Yeah.
Not early.
Yeah.
Never want to do that.
No.
But it's a team effort. Game 1, Pascal 17, Neesmith 17, Turner 13 points, 11 rebounds, Nimby 23, Ty 22. Game 2, Pascal 12, Neesmith 23, Miles Turner 23, Nimby 13 points, 13 assists, Ty 19 points, and Ben Math off the bench with 19 points. When you have a squad who's starting 5, averages double figures, and people off the bench can give you 20 whenever they need to, it's a tough team to beat, man.
Yeah,
it's a very tough team to beat.
We consistently have 6 in double figures, but can go 8 to 9
Facts.
in double figures.
Obi Toppin
really
can give you 20 whenever you need him to.
Hands down.
Straight up.
Yeah. And then you have TJ McConnell
who
that
can give
do
you
the
15
same.
whenever you need him to.
Yes. So people continually forget how media has talked about how deep the Cavs are, and they are. They're a brilliant team, great.
They play great basketball.
But they're forgetting that we have just as much depth.
Thank you.
No, not with star names.
Thank you.
But guys that know how to hoop.
Play your role, cuz.
That's it.
Play your role.
And they're bought in. Chemistry's good.
Thank
when
you.
you have a team that's bought in and has good chemistry, I don't care who it is. You're going to have a chance to win a game.
Tough to beat. What the Hally? What a leader. Tyrese Halliburton was voted the most overrated player in the NBA by his peers. The freaking audacity. This man has been straight balling since this beginning of the new year, and especially after the All-Star break. He averaged 18.6 points and 9.2 assists over the season and is considered the most overall player in the league. Okay, y'all. 2025 stats, playoff stats, averaging 18 points, 6.3 rebounds, 10.7 assists, which is the most in the playoffs assist-wise, shooting 47% from the field. What did you think of Ty during the playoffs, bro? How you feel about his playoff run? And since he got healthy, was tired at the beginning of the year, players were out, so he wasn't able to have everybody in sync, so he was doing too much while being exhausted, and took that break, like we said, and has been balling since.
I think he's great. I'll say this. I wish he'd be more aggressive when moments to be aggressive. I think he's done.
He's doing that now.
He's doing it now. I think I really do like. He's picking his moments very, very well to do so. I will say that. Last game I'll give him, hurt his wrist, was silent and really until we went on the run, and then he went and scored his points there at the end, right? That was fine. The overrated thing is really what sparked him to.
Where do you think that came from? Why do you think people think he's so overrated? Or the most overrated. They said he's his peers said he is the most overrated player in the NBA.
But think about who else was on that list.
I didn't see the list.
So Jimmy Butler was on that list. You're gonna think I'm crazy. Point guard, Atlanta Hawks.
Trey.
Second. It was Tyrese, then it was Trey. Trey led the league in assists.
So they don't like light-skinned people.
That's so.
So basically, all y'all dark-skinned niggas don't really fuck with the light-skinned homies. Okay.
Yeah.
Devin Booker was on that list. You know what I'm talking about?
I have a guy at work that literally called him. He's just a little too light-skinned for me.
For real? That's real.
And that bothers me because
you light-skinned.
Yeah, that bothers me.
Yeah, that's not cool.
It's not like because he's biracial. He didn't really have a choice. His mom was white. He was born in Wisconsin, like
Milwaukee.
What did you want him to do? So
he really said that?
Yeah. It started a pretty big fight.
Not cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like really not cool.
Yeah.
Like that's really not cool.
Yeah. So that is some of it.
For real.
Right.
I
think that there is that
for sure.
When it's like, well, he's really soft and this and
he's light skinned. You know what I'm saying? He's light skinned
like this. He's not really he's not one of us.
Because we all know that black people, real dark skinned black people, don't really always fuck with light skinned dudes. Correct. They fuck with light skinned girls, but they don't really fuck with light skinned dudes like that for sure.
Yeah, that's like this same guy at work, and I hope he hears this.
Is he dark skinned?
Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. He is just slightly darker than me. And there was a thing and they kept to me, it's like, do you consider yourself light skinned? I go, yeah, I'm biracial. Like that's just like scientifically the math is mathing. Right? And this dude, same thing. He is again almost my complexion, just maybe a little bit darker. I know I'm not light skinned. I'm full. And I go, why are you taking it so personally?
Oh.
And it's like, so it's really him.
Oh.
If I go psychology,
he needs a life coach.
You need a life coach, bro. Okay. I don't know who had called you light skinned.
Sure. You went to a school where you was the only one. They gave you for sure.
I love that I'm biracial. I
love that you're biracial. My daughters are biracial. Like we don't play that shit over here.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, like it's one of those things. Yeah, like you black. Good for you, man.
You black, bro.
I'm half.
You black, bro. Like you get come to the barbecue, my nigga. Like
together we're 1.5. Look at us. Like who cares? But I do think that there is some of that when it comes to right.
For sure.
When I looked at the top heavy part of that list, it was
light.
You had 90 anonymous NBA players that were like, nah, I don't like him.
That nigga light skinned.
He's too nice. Because most people are like, he's like the nicest guy. It's like he's not thug like us in the NBA. Like it is that.
That's crazy.
That is that. Yeah. So.
Moving on, let's talk about it.
People, your pants.
People, I was just about to say that a little bit ago. I'm so happy that you did that. People who are very surprised by this, and I'm talking about the fact that we are up to 2-0 right now, either didn't watch the Pacers play very much, do not really believe that last year's in-season tournament run and Eastern Conference Finals run was legitimate, and or they don't understand a couple of things. The Pacers started 10-15 this year, y'all. And that was because of injuries, Ty being tired, them not being on the same page, whatever. If they start the season 18-7, they're basically a 60-win team this year, and anything you guys will be talking about would be far-fetched. Since the beginning of the new year, they have the 4th best record at 34-14 over 48 games. We almost chased Cleveland down for the 3rd seed, but they happen to go 35-14 and had the 3rd best record. We are much better defensively than we have been in previous years, and the Pacers just flat out balling right now, bro.
Yeah. I think Cleveland should be scared because, again, we did go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. People are forgetting that. Swept. It was close games. It was fine. We're battle tested, as you said. All of those things, like, we are ready to go.
For sure.
And I think there's a little bit of urgency for Indiana, and I know we talked about this before the show, and if I'd say it on the show or not, on what I think would happen, and we'll talk about it after we get through this stuff, but the East is about to become very tough in the next couple years, and right now, to me, this would be the perfect chance for the Pacers to try to get to the next level because they're going to have so many more obstacles as Detroit gets better. Knicks are going to keep being the Knicks. Celtics might get blown up, so they might look a little different depending on what ends up happening there. Cleveland's going to remain really, really good, but there's some up and coming. Orlando will figure it out. They're already so good defensively, but if they get another piece, they can be very dangerous.
Now you're a 5 or 6 seed again.
Exactly.
If you don't play really good basketball.
So like when we got home court this year. We got through Milwaukee. We're playing number 1 and we're 2-0 and stole home court. This is our chance to try to get to that next level that we couldn't get to last year.
Amen. And I think the Cleveland crash is kind of coming. They may be in trouble, man. No Darius Garland, no Mobley, no Hunter, both injured. Spider Mitchell is doing way too much, shooting over 30 shots per game. The Pacers are just a horrible matchup for them, especially the way we're playing right now. Stole 2 games there, should be 1-1. Everybody knows it. They should have won that game the other day. They just choked down the line. They just choked. They just blew it. Blew their load, and we're up 2-0. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Knicks and Celtics. I don't really even give a shit about this series.
I don't.
I really don't.
No. I mean, of course, I think I'd rather, for me as a Pacers fan, if we get through the next, I'd rather play the Knicks than I will play the Celtics.
For sure.
But
I could touch on all of this information, but
I don't need you to.
They're up 2-0. Cat's soft. We don't really give a shit who we see in the Eastern Conference Finals if we get through this. I'd rather play the Knicks as well just because of the rivalry and all of that.
Right?
I didn't. We move on to the West?
Yeah, go ahead.
See you when we see you. Thunder and Nuggets, 1-1. Nuggets got game 1. I attribute that to some rust for OKC after a long break, after sweeping Memphis and not taking Denver seriously. OKC won game 2 by 11 points. That's 43 in normal talk. What the hell? I attribute that to Denver being okay with getting that game 1. They packed it in. So basically, to me, I don't think this series actually starts until they get to Denver this weekend, and we'll start to figure that out from there. Game 3 will be everything. Timberwolves and Warriors, it is 1-1. Steph's status, hamstring injury, out for 3 games. Even when he returns, though, it's very, very difficult with a hamstring injury. You are going to be labor. It's like a back injury. Like that hamstring, even if you get it right in 3 weeks, a simple little tweak is going to have you feeling different again. I've had a hamstring injury for damn near 5 years. That stuff never, ever goes away. And you hate to see injuries to key players at this point of the season. You want everyone to be at their full capacity because it just makes it more fun to watch. But it does make it a little bit easier for Minnesota to play on their scouting report. What happens now? I'm not doing that. Can the Warriors keep it afloat? See, you're not fucking me up. Butler, Draymond, Buddy Hield, can they go? I see what I'm saying. I'm trying to be fucking serious right now, bro. What is this? What is all of see Carl Anthony? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See. Anyway, what do you think? You are dumb. You are dumb. What's going to happen with this series, bro? What do you think is going to pop off with the Minnesota and Warriors series now that Steph is hurt?
Minnesota's going to win it.
You think so? 4-2?
Yeah.
4-2-ish?
Sadly.
4-2-ish.
Because if
not, Golden State wins it 4-2-ish.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then I think they can. Thunder are going to be tough to beat, but
Golden State plays a basketball that is very tough to defend.
correct. So like I
And
think
Steve
that
Kerr
they
is
would
one of
do
the
that.
top 5 coaches of all time.
Yeah, but I think just because of the size, they're a perfect type of NBA playoff type of team to me.
Who that is? Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Schnarf.
They were 4th in the regular season when it came to 3-point percentage. So the slump that they had over the last 2 games, that'll fix
That's
itself.
an anomaly.
That's an anomaly. They were 15 and 76 in the last 2 games when it came to 3-pointing. That's not 3-pointing. 3-point
He
shooting.
said 3-pointing.
1, 2, 3.
What are you doing? I'm 3-pointing.
Bitch, this is what you wanted. Yeah, so that'll figure itself out, and then you have Rudy Gobert. As much as I don't like him either, and I think he's overrated. I think they're perfect. They got the size, they got the shooting, they have a star
Who can get you a bucket. He played really bad in the first game, though. He played really bad in the first game.
Yeah. So sadly, I think him being out 3 games.
It's a lot of games.
That's
and again, even if you come back, you're still going to be a little labored because it's a hamstring.
Yeah.
All right. That was fire.
Yeah,
Quick break. We'll be back after this. 317. That's all we got on the NBA. Let us know what you guys think. Pacers, Knicks. Can you imagine that in the Eastern Conference Finals? All the videos they be showing back in the 90s, bro. That shit would be fire. We'll be back in a second.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
That harmony was fire. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project presented by our second, what is it?
Sponsors.
Thank you. Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We clean kicks, we paint kicks, we do ISO restoration and a bunch of other services. And the Shoebox, which is Clean Kicks on Wheels, is officially on the streets, meaning we offer pickup and delivery along with the ability to pull up to an event and be the life of your party. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneakerheads. Do yourselves a favor and give us a follow over on the gram, cleankicks.614. So Naptown News is basically an NFL draft, top stories, and Colts picks segment. Pops over here to my right and yo left absolutely killed us with the information. And actually, a lot of this shit that this dude said in the NFL draft last episode came to fruition because he's a fucking savant weirdo. And kick it off, Pops. Do your thing.
So, top stories, Colts picks. We're going to talk about that. Top stories, Sanders. That was the big story,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, Shedeur Sanders fell to the 5th round, picked by the Browns. Thoughts?
I mean, I could go very deep into this, but I won't do that. But again, I somewhat compare it to the light-skinned dude in the room. You are Deion Sanders' son. You are gonna catch some flack. You are gonna not get picked by some people. Deion voiced his opinion and said there's some teams I don't want you to go to, and if you go there, blah 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 blah. So he kind of fucked some shit up for him as well.
There's multiple levels with this. Like there's so many levels to this.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can go as deep as you want to go. But
and I know T randomly messaged us, which I thought was kind of weird on her asking about Shedeur. That was very strange. But yeah, multiple levels to this. The one thing, what I said in the chat, the very first thing that will happen when a draft board gets messed with, GMs panic because they think something's wrong.
Thank you.
And they don't have time to make a bunch of calls because they're on the clock. So
they have 5 minutes.
So like that, well, should we go with what we have, or what if we draft them? Then what happens? There's not enough time. So when somebody at the caliber of Shedeur starts falling, people panic and they just end up sticking to the game plan that they already had.
Even if they think they should draft him.
Correct.
For sure.
Right? So
what if we're wrong?
And again, the other part about that, and I said that in the chat, there are 6 teams out of the 32 that actually need a quarterback. So your room for error and where you can go is very slim. Like
he said, very slim.
Very slim.
Very slim.
So the main 2 that I think everybody thought, Steelers, Browns, right? So he ended up going to the Browns just later. Then what you do is you gamble and you play roulette as a GM, and I'm thinking on the business side of things. And again, there's reports of many things, and this was even before the draft itself. Him showing up not prepared to some of the interviews, a little bit arrogant in some of those, or overly confident, as I say that most of the Sanders family is, and that's kind of who they are. That's fine. So that rubs people the wrong way, because think about who's in those rooms.
Rich white people.
Correct.
Rich old white people.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have all of those things. All of those things means you're going to drop in the draft. Did I think he was going to go to 5th round? No.
It's disrespectful.
I thought third or fourth is where I was kind of landing with him. I thought the Steelers were going to get him a little bit earlier than that. They did a safe pick, and they did a normal Steelers pick and got a defensive tackle at the 21st pick.
So Pittsburgh.
At the 20th pick, whatever it was. So Pittsburgh, defensive lineman.
That's so Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So
that is so. But it'll win you 11 games a year and never give you a chance to actually like rebuild and do great things. But it's fine. It's fine.
So the other thing about that is Cleveland's QB room. Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett,
Deshaun Watson, who will be out the whole year with his extra rapes?
Achilles.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
My bad.
Yeah,
that
not rapes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sexual assault.
Tourette's.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Yeah.
Keep your dick in your pants.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So those guys, Dylan Gabriel, you drafted in the 4th round, and then you grabbed Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round.
That's so Cleveland.
Here's what I say is like, look, we're going to throw 5 out there. One of them's got to work.
Fight.
We messed up with Deshaun.
Bad.
Now we got
We're
5
sorry.
people that we can select from. Hopefully
4, because Deshaun ain't it.
Right.
Fight it out.
Yeah. Like literally they don't know.
Joe Flacco's going to win that.
Joe Flacco's going to be the starting quarterback to start the season. That's literally what it is.
100%.
Yeah, that's it. And that's fine.
And deservingly so.
Now, how do you flip this? If you're Shedeur Sanders
Ooh.
and you're the Browns, it's a win-win situation. You get probably the 2nd highest rated QB in the draft in the 5th round, cheaper and with less stress because he's the 5th round. Shedeur Sanders, you don't have as much pressure on your plate because you won't go, I was drafted 3rd, 4th overall, I got to start making an impact right now. You just go practice, learn the playbook, and fucking win the job halfway through the season.
You know who should be your best friend, Shedeur Sanders? Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, in that locker room, Joe Flacco should literally be your best fucking friend.
Yeah. So at that point, I mean, now the Browns GM gets to look like a hero if Shedeur does it, because like, hey, we got to be cheaper and we got to start quarterback.
We got Deshaun the fuck out of here.
Correct. So that's what I think about that.
Colts picks, baby.
Colts picks. Tyler Warren fell to 14.
And the congregation said, amen.
We were at Yogi's in Columbus, here in Grandview.
We'll probably be tomorrow for the Pacers game.
Something like that. I was very nervous because Colton Loveland went to the Bears. He got drafted ahead of Warren at 10.
Which makes no sense. And
that made me nervous because I was like, I expected that to be Warren, and then we were going to get Loveland. So
which would have been fine.
Would have been fine. We got, to me, very lucky that shit happened with Sanders and other stuff. And, hey, Bears thought Loveland fit their profile better. I mean,
I swear they talked about it. I swear that the Colts and the Bears were like, bro, hook me up. They had to.
Something.
They had. Come on.
Because Warren fallen on a lot of draft boards. He was going to the Jets at 6.
Thank you. 14.
Yeah. Give us this one. All the GMs got together. Was like, can y'all give us this one? Like, right, it's just a tight end. Can we take the tight end? 100%. Y'all can have all of the other positions.
Everything else.
But here's what it is, right? We've got a 6'5", 256 pound tight end. NFLDraft.com prospect grade of 6.77, which is
crazy.
Year 1 starter, of course, is what that is. This is a guy that 2023 third team All Big Ten Conference, tied for team lead in 7 receiving touchdowns. 2024 won the John Mackey Award, which is nation's top tight end. Second team Associated Press All-American, Big Ten Conference tight end of the year. First team All Big Ten, finalist for the Paul Hornung Award, nation's most versatile player.
If you don't fucking
this
preach
is
right now, bro.
Dude that
he's that one.
He, has rushing touchdowns. He's got receiving touchdown, 1,200 yards in 7 touchdowns, whatever it was. The dude is incredible. He's who I wanted. He's who I said we were going to draft.
He is.
NFL.com, people call him Baby Gronk. NFL.com has Jeremy Shockey as the NFL comparison.
Y'all don't remember Jeremy Shockey.
Jeremy Shockey was crazy.
Y'all don't remember Jeremy Shockey.
Jeremy Shockey was crazy.
Y'all don't remember Jeremy Shockey.
This is a plug-and-play crazy dude.
Safety net for our quarterback.
Correct. Had 4 games over 100 yards receiving last year, including 224 yards on 17 receptions and 1 TD against USC. Also had 218 yards rushing on 4 TDs. I said receiving, but I meant rushing. Like I said, NFL comparisons, Baby Gronk, Jeremy Shockey.
Fire.
That's our first pick. Second round, JT.
Let's go. We wanted him so bad. Let's go.
So I went 2 for 2 in the first 2 rounds.
You really did. What a fucking pick.
Colts go edge, take another shot at OSU defensive lineman. I'm sure certain people.
Somebody's got to pan out.
Somebody's going to probably have a problem with another OSU player. You know who I'm talking about.
Who's that?
Who's the fan of the show that doesn't like that we get OSU players?
Who, Joey?
Yep.
Love you, Joey. I actually almost texted you today. I swear to God, I thought about Joey today. I swear to God, I did. Shout out Joey Jones.
We got another OSU player.
We sure did. But I was right. I told you that, the Texans was going to be fire. What's the quarterback? What's the quarterback of the Texans? Come on.
The Texans? CJ Stroud.
Thank you. Told you he was that one.
Yeah.
He's that one. He's that one.
Breakdown, 6'4", 265 pounds, NFL.com prospect grade of 6.36, eventually a plus starter is what that says. I love this draft pick.
He's so fire.
Had multiple good games this season, but the game that stands out is the Tennessee game. Finished with 8 total tackles, 5 solo, 3 assisted, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble.
Playoffs.
Michael Clemens is who they compare him to. If you remember Michael Clemens.
Show does.
Michael Clemens.
Show does.
Production score on NFL.com is an 82, ranked 3rd. Athleticism score 78, total score 79. 2024 first team All Big Ten, ranked 3rd in FBS with 21.5 tackles for losses, tied with 5th for 12.5 sacks. Started all 16 games for the national championship Bucks. 61 total tackles, 2 forced fumbles. I don't know what a PBU is.
Pretty Black University.
Pretty Black University. Here we go. Great second round pick. It'll be interesting to see Liatu Latu and him eventually be on the other side. I think the first year, most of the year, whatever that looks like, you'll see the rotation of
Hawaiian niggas on the edges.
You'll see the Kwity Paye and JT rotate.
At the same position.
In the same position.
And Latu on the other end.
Yes. That's probably what we'll see to start.
Okay, defensive line.
Right.
Okay,
Rover
defensive
Stewart,
line.
DeForest Buckner.
Okay, defensive
you still got
line.
Tyquan Lewis out there. You went and got, which we'll talk about, our 7th round picks, old big dude from Alabama.
Okay, defensive line.
You got a nice little.
That's a nice little room.
Third round, we got Justin Wally, CB out of Minnesota.
Great pick.
Really great player.
thought it later.
Little early.
You thought later.
He was ranked 5th, 6th round. So to get him 3rd, he would have probably been there. But
they were like, we got to get him.
We got to get him. They
see something.
Big, stocky dude, 5'10", 190 pounds. NFL prospect grade of 5.96. But here's the whys that you went out and got this dude. As a CB, he went out and got, and again, 5.96 is an average backup or special teamer is what they say. So rotational guy for us in the CB room. Ran a 4.4, 40-yard dash. Second team All Big Ten, led with 10, again, PBUs. Will you look that up, please? Thank you.
Penis, balls, uterus.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Ranked 8th in the FBS with 8th in the FBS with 12 passes defended. Started 10 games, 42 tackles, 2 tackles for losses, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 1 return for a TD. Missed 2 early season games due to knee injury, but played the rest of the time. Did not play in the bowl game just because he was getting ready for the draft. Athleticism scores a 79, but dude's a great guy in the CB room. We needed depth there.
Pass breakup.
Okay. Pass breakup.
Duh.
That would make sense. So
Especially for a DB.
JT.
Especially for a
So
DB.
JT had those as well. Look at us. Pass breakup. 4th round, Jalen Travis, offensive tackle from Iowa State. This dude's huge. Great for rotation, a little bit of stretch at the 4th round.
6'8", 340, cuz.
This guy's 6'8", 340 pounds, prospect grade of 5.82. Same thing as Wally, rotation guy, right? It says special teams, but you ain't playing special teams at 6'8".
400 pounds.
Yeah, you ain't running down to go tackle
Lord
somebody.
Jesus.
Why did that
That's
not
the cat. That's the dude for Wildcats blocking field goals.
Yes. Yes. Why did that not work that time? Jalen Travis.
As you don't know, my name is Finch. And
There
if
we
you
go.
don't know, I used to sit on the bench.
Now, one thing I love, athleticism scores an 87. 5'14", 40-yard dash. He had a 35-inch vertical.
You know what I'm talking about? See, like 6'8", 345 4 whatever pound people should not have a 3-foot vertical jump.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
That's like bear shit.
He had a higher vertical than Wally as a CB.
You're 340 pounds.
So
dog.
yeah, 200. Honorable mention last year, Big 12 conference won the 224 Coach Wooden Citizens Cup for ability to make a difference in other people's lives. Culture guy.
Okay.
I love that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
cool.
You one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Played in 12 games with starts in the final 11 contests at left tackle. I ain't gonna mention this. They talk about his brother. Like,
No, we don't know.
who cares about that?
Anyway, he got a nice brother, just like me.
Yeah. So yeah, again, hopefully that pans out. But you have that kind of size coming off of the bench to be rotational on our offensive line, which we needed depth there. That's great. That's an upside pick.
Get it?
Yeah. 5th round. Now I didn't get the player right, but I did get the position right. DJ
fair,
Giddens,
fair,
running back
fair.
out of Kansas State. I can't even remember who I had, but I did have a running back on this pick. Breakdown 6 foot, 210 pounds, 5.97. Great backup. This dude had 1,300 rushing yards with 7 TDs at Kansas State.
It's a good season.
That's a great season.
It's a good season.
It's a really, really great season. Really athletic. Production scores of 77. Athleticism score 81. Total score 77. Ran a 4.43. 39.5-inch vertical jump.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Crazy.
Second team All Big 12 Conference led team with 1,300 yards. We said that on 205 carries. Had 7 rushing touchdowns, ranked 8th in the FBS with a school record 6.5 yards per carry.
Oh, that's toting that thing.
Beat Darren Sproles' mark at 6.41 in 2023.
All right.
Or 2003, sorry. Sproles, wow, 2003.
Don't even do it to yourself.
Jesus.
Don't do it to yourself.
Really? That long ago?
Don't do it to yourself. Don't
Started
do it.
12 games.
Don't do it.
Also had...
Yes, Darren Sproles is 46 years old now. Yeah, don't do it to yourself.
Good God,
Don't do
man.
it. Don't do it.
Had 258 yards receiving on 20 yards reception, blah, 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 blah. Had some touchdowns there. Was said to go 5th, 6th round. This is where we go in. He's a workhorse. I think he's a great backup to have. Good in the running back room. I think he'll get playing time this year.
With him and Serm will split that backup position.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Yep. And I think he'll end up taking it from Sermon too.
All right.
6th round, Riley Leonard. This is a little bit of a surprise.
Interesting pick.
Basically, what I look at this pick is you have your long-term backup.
And he's an Indiana guy.
He's an Indiana guy.
Which helps.
And a culture guy.
That's
I think
fair.
everyone kind of remembers what he did in the final. I mean, he was putting his head down, running, trying to
Riley's
he's
for sure.
that guy. Like, he is one of those that'll fight for every inch that he can. Speaking of inches, he is 6'4", 216 pounds, 5.93. Prospect grade, average backup, as we saw.
That was crazy.
He just was in the national championship. I don't think we really need to go into what he is in the 6th round. It's fine. He's a good culture guy.
For sure.
Welcome
to the locker room.
I'm sure he loves that he gets to stay in the state. I'm sure his family feels the same way.
No doubt.
7th round. This is the one I really, really like. Tim Smith, defensive tackle from Alabama.
What a pick!
Yeah, not a bad value pick. 6'4", 302 pounds, prospect grade of 5.98. Again, backup. Started all 13 games for Bama, gaining 35 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. He is a space crate. He's not going to maybe penetrate the line as much. He's not going to grab you 12 sacks a game, but what he is going to do is kind of use his weight, throw it around, cause spacing issues for the running backs.
He will make it easier for the Defos and the Buckners to be what they do. Correct. And the Groves to do what they do. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not even going to look at the prospect grade there.
Please don't.
So yeah. Draft grade.
I mean, I'm an A- for sure. I'm an A- for sure. I think you are way better at breaking this down than I am. I don't really pay attention to the draft like that, but I know that we got at least 3 players that you said we were going to get. I know getting a DB was very pivotal. Getting a running back was very pivotal to me. Offensive lineman. And then the first 2 picks were absolutely phenomenal, top-notch picks to me. I think we covered a lot of shit, and I think just flat out for me in this offseason, this is my personal opinion, just my opinion, this is one of Chris Ballard's best off seasons as a GM of the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I don't even think that's your personal. I think it's an opinion across the board. He's had his best off season that I've seen even on media. Everyone is kind of saying that he's had his best off season. I'm giving the draft itself a B. Only reason that I don't
very
go
tough grader.
B plus A minus is and I have a reason here. A couple of the reaches when it comes to, hey, you got Wally at the 3rd round when he probably could have been 5th or 6th.
Fair.
Same thing with our
so it's when
tackle.
we drafted, not who we drafted.
Not who. It's you probably could have had more value in the 3rd round and didn't. You could have grabbed somebody else that might have been rated a little higher. Now, you guys are in the room. You're watching video more than we were watching. You saw something.
You're talking to these gentlemen.
I just
for
know
sure.
when it comes to ranking, he probably would have been there in the 5th, 6th round.
Touche.
The other thing that I'll say about that is the need that I said was actually more important than edge to me was linebacker.
Fair. Oh, you did say that.
We did not draft a linebacker, which is why I don't go to B plus A minus. I still think that is a glaring need for us as far as depth goes and to get, because we had some departures. EJ Speed's no longer with us.
You're fair.
We still have Zaire Franklin, but we need another dog on that 2nd level after we get to the defensive line. So I'm going to give that a B, but I have A minus for his overall offseason. I think he's done very great on the free agent signings. Top 3, top 4 picks of the draft, phenomenal to me. Just, hey, could have maybe waited and seen what else is out there. But other than that, it's great. Additions. We did sign a linebacker, Joe Bacci. The only reason why I'm not very excited about this one, let's talk about it. Lou brought him over from the Bengals. He was the Bengals linebacker.
Let's talk about it.
Let's see. 2004 regular season stats. You ready? 3 tackles.
He said 2004 regular season stats.
3 tackles.
Wow.
He had 3 tackles last year.
That's not enough.
Special teamer, rotation. Obviously, Lou sees something in him or saw something in him when he was on the Bengals that he knew that he was the next guy up. At least I'm just saying this stuff out loud because I'm hoping that that's the reason that you signed this guy.
How many games did he play, though?
Let's see all.
Like, how many games did he play in? See, that matters. He didn't play in very many games.
He played in 12.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of games.
That's a lot.
That is 0.25.
Played in 16 in 2023. Guess what? He had the same amount. He had 3 tackles.
Oh, wow.
He had played in 10 games in 2022, had 10. He played 9, had 30 in 2021, was drafted by the Eagles, played 4 games, had 2.
Wow.
His best season is 2021, where he played 9 games, 30 total tackles, 18 solo, 12 assisted.
That's a decent season.
That's an okay season for a rotational linebacker.
Shit doesn't change, though.
I need you definitely to have more than 3 tackles.
Because he's lately been a notational player.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is Roy Hibbert not rebounding.
W-O-W. That is wow. The fine print. The Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark and the Fever. Let's talk about them real fast. The season ceiling. For me, Eastern Conference Finals are bust. We put way too much work in during the offseason to settle for anything less than the Eastern Conference Finals run. Sophie Cunningham, welcome. Dewana Bonner, welcome. Sydney Coulson, Natasha Howard, and more. Stephanie White is our head coach. The big 3, Kelsey, Caitlin, and Aaliyah, are ready to ball out this season. This is their 2nd year and 3rd year together. Pops, what you think?
I like what I see.
Amen. Amen.
Two preseason games?
Mm-hmm. 2-0.
Obviously, still building some chemistry, but
they look very mid-season form.
They look mid-season form.
Very, very mid-season
They look
form.
like they're already having fun with each other. Like
they be clowning.
Like it is. Yep. It's pretty incredible
for sure.
They're going to be a very dangerous team, and I completely agree. I'm definitely an Eastern Conference Finals or bust. There's no reason with the roster that they have, especially with Sophie Duana-Bonner that came in, that you should not be there. Okay. Those two coming in were big.
Facts. Preseason tickets. Let's just talk about this. Ticket prices. So, the Indiana Fever play the Atlanta Dream on Saturday. Chicago Sky plays Minnesota on Saturday. And tomorrow, Connecticut plays the New York Liberty. New York Liberty tickets, $20. Minnesota Chicago tickets, $20. Indiana Fever tickets, $65 to $70 as low as. The Caitlin Clark effect is very, very real. I'm talking about a preseason playoff game, y'all. The Caitlin Clark effect is absolutely real. I'm going to break it down just a little bit more for you. Let me scroll down here real quick. Games have been moved. At least 5 away games have been moved to a larger venue, the Clark effect, to accommodate the crowds and fans. Televised games. 41 of their 44 regular season games this season will be televised. That is a WNBA records. And then prices, though. Let's talk about that for a second. So, Saturday they played Brazil. In Iowa, she took the team back to her stadium over there in Carver, Hawkeye Stadium, whatever the case may be, in the Clark Dome. 15,000 fans. You know how much the average ticket sale price was resale? $440, bro, to watch Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever blow out Brazil by 70 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Clark effect is absolutely real. And we're going to move on to the last segment, the last thing of the day. Your boy El Jefé. Gregg Popovich. Wow.
George Popovich.
The disrespect. That is Gregg Popovich's younger brother.
George.
They call him Georgie.
Georgie Popovich.
Georgie Pops. Name the president of basketball operations, man, over there. What a fucking legend. And I actually put what a fucking legend in here because it's necessary.
That stroke got him good. It's so hard to see.
It's really tough to watch.
It's really tough to watch.
That left side is...
That's tough to watch.
Really
to see him have to have help get his jacket off.
Life is life in. I shed a little tear. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
front. I was like, if I let myself think about it too hard, I get choked up right now. It's Tim Duncan and Manu helping him get out of that because this is Pop. You know what I mean? And he still got his personality. He still got his wits. But man, watching people get old is
tough.
It's hard, man. It's really hard. But the love, and that's what I put in here. The love. Players have spoken out in masses and drones on the impact Coach Pop has had on them. I'm talking players in USA, players that played years ago, players that he was just seeing on the other team a couple of years ago. Or I'm really sad that I will never get to hug him as a coach again, or see him on the sidelines when I'm going to take the ball out. He says something stupid to me in my ear. Pop, you're that dude, man. I didn't really fuck with you for a long time because I hated the Spurs, if I can be honest. Absolutely honest. I hated Tim Duncan and the Manus and the Tony Parkers and I just hated that run. But the older I've gotten and the more outspoken and witty and the more you've talked to the public, because now later it wasn't really about winning championships for you. You know, it was about helping kids. During that run with the Spurs, you were very locked in and kind of assholey. But you let that personality come out in your later years, and I grew to be a humongous fan of you. So again, what a fucking legend.
Yeah. Love you, Pop. Hopefully you keep getting more strength on that left side after you get through the rehabs and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just happy the Spurs just kept you in the organization, to be honest with you.
And the congregation said amen.
Anything else?
Nah, bro.
Happy Mother's Day.
Well done.
It's on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas. Any mama, even if it's not your mama, but it's a mama that did something for you.
Fire auntie,
fire auntie, all the mamas, all the powerful women that are
girl power,
just representing for their kids and their kids' friends. That you're their parent too. Janie Tinklenberg, Robbie Cosby, our mother. Everybody, that's
Abby. Shout out Abby Rose.
Everybody. Thank you for all that you do for your whole families all of the time.
Damn, that was well done. We'll see you in a couple weeks, y'all.
Boom. Peace.
Cause I was 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop. Yeah. And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox. Yeah. Yeah, 4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s. Final. Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in that town where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane. Preteen pimping all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping. Dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen. That little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit. Truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof